Now, issues surrounding gender-based violence is continuing to dominate global discourse, with stakeholders deeply worried about how the menace could be eradicated or reduced to the barest minimum. One of these deliberations come to the fore as the Spotlight Initiative Africa Regional Program, in collaboration with the United Nations, brings together representatives from the 8 Spotlight Initiative countries, as well as key partners and stakeholders, to evaluate effective programmatic interventions at regional and national levels. The goal is to move against gender-based violence across Africa by identifying ways to deepen impact and find innovative approaches to sustain these across the African Union member states. Bettina Nwelih reports.
To achieving substantial advancements in the efforts to combat gender-based violence, GBV, in Africa. These annual review sessions serve as a pivotal platform for fostering learning and enhancing the overall impact. The forum facilitates the exchange of knowledge and experiences among implementing agencies, civil society, and governmental bodies, thereby promoting mutual learning and collaboration.
Most people are conversant with physical abuse. That's the punching, kicking, slapping. But there are different forms of abuse. There's emotional abuse, there's verbal abuse, there's stalking, there's harassment, there's forceful ejection from the home, female genital mutilation, harmful practices, widowhood practices. So there are different forms of violence. But I think perhaps maybe why it appears that some get more attention than others is because these ones are more prevalent and they are more reported.
There are quite a number of challenges in Africa, and one of that given the fact that Africa is highly a patriarchal community. Now, where most of the communities with high levels of patriarchy, we've experienced high levels of gender-based violence.
According to the Nigeria Demographic and Health Survey, NDHS 2013, from forced and early marriages to physical or sexual assault on a woman, 1 in 3 Nigerian women have experienced physical violence by age 15, and female genital mutilation is not excluded.
200 million women and girls are affected by this horrible practice of female genital mutilation, and most of the people are not actually thinking of that. It is one of the horrible way of gender-based violence.
We have patriarchal, institutions. Men are expected to be the heads. Of course, they are the heads. But some of them go beyond just being the head and use the situation to lord it over their partners, their children, their relatives, their working partners or their colleagues, etc. There's so many things that happen to people at home behind the doors that are, breaking people down, and most of them are not able to communicate.
Gender-based violence has a long-lasting effect on survivors and their families. Impacts can range from physical harm to long-term emotional distress and even to fatalities. The stakeholders at this gathering are hopeful and believe violence against women and girls should be discouraged in the society. Bettina Nwelih, reporting for News Central.